Bhiriditam kalmashapaham Sravanamangalam Srimadaatatam Bhuvi Grinanti Ye Bhuridayanaha Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. O Lord, your gospel is like nectar and bliss, showered upon the painstaking lives of suffering humanity. It dispels all the sins and misdeeds of life. It brings spiritual welfare in life. The spiritual beauty, prosperity and grace spreads through and through one who listens to your holy message. They are the real givers in the world who preach and pronounce the nectar of your divine message to the suffering humanity. Om peace, peace, peace be unto us all. So we are back to the reading of the Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna, page 82, and it is Sri Ramakrishna and his disciples. Continue from the previous reading. Here, last time Sri Ramakrishna says that if you enter in the world without first cultivating love for God, you will be entangled more and more. You will be overwhelmed with its danger, its griefs, its sorrows. And the more you think of the worldly things, the more you will be attached to them. So that was the last part we read that day, that it is, we are to be in the world, but not get entangled into the world, not be subject to suffering and pain and all this grief, etc., as Sri Ramakrishna says. But how can it be done? Before entering this world, before getting entangled into this world, so if you first cultivate love for God. It is given the example that when you what is the name? Kathal? Jackfruit. Yeah? When the jackfruit is very delicious. And jackfruit, very sweet, delicious. But it is, when you break it, the fruit, big fruit, it is so sticky. If you just do this, your two fingers will be stuck together. What you call? Glue. Devil glue or what glue? Sticky. Sticky, not only sticky. It is very difficult to bring out. So Velcro is light. So anyway, if you put oil in the hand, smear your fingers and hand with oil, and then you start breaking the fruit, then what will happen? Your fingers will not get stuck, and you get the fruits. So how to live in the world? Smear, that's what Sri Ramakrishna says. First cultivate love for God, and we will be, if not, then you will be entangled more and more. You will be overwhelmed with its danger of the world, its grief, etc., its sorrows, etc. And more you think of the worldly thoughts, then more and more you will be attached to them. Attachment will bring more pain, more suffering. Who suffers more? Who has attachment. Who is free soul? Who have no attachment. No? As today in the newspaper you find so many incidents have happened, or in the television you go to news media, you find that so many things have happened. You are not concerned. You don't feel any suffering today. But when you can find somebody in that, people who are suffering in distress or something, or in calamity, or something has happened which is destructive, you are concerned. Your sleep goes away. How are they? What are they? Are they okay? Are they well? But hundreds and thousands of people are suffering. It does not concern us, because I have an attachment to that. See, someone is passing by, and as a passers-by, I see someone a little in trouble. I don't care for that. But it happens to me or mine, somebody known to me, then you see how I react. That all these actions, reactions, sorrows, suffering, joy, happiness, misery, happening because of our attachment. If it happens to any other country, any other people, we are not concerned. But anything happen in Los Angeles, oh, and I am affected, then it is serious. I am not affected. Any friend of me is in that, say, a fire. People, everyone is saying, oh, what a grace, we are saved. The fire went into the other direction. You are happy because you, your friend, they were saved. But the direction went into the other direction, and there are people, you are not concerned about them. You are seeing God's grace because the fire took a different turn. So these people are all burning. That burning thing does not bother you, not only you are praising God because you are saved. So this is our life, no? So this is the point to understand. The attachment brings all types of joy, suffering, pleasure, pain. That's why to be a witness in the world is a wonderful thing. Then that person is the only person who can enjoy the world. Just an observer. Do your things, an observer. Do your things and you're observer. Take hands up. When you judge, when you get into it, worldliness will enter into you. So this is Ramakrishna's great lesson. That all our suffering we can blame this person, that person, that person, that person. Huh? It was because my attachment creating that problem. See, in one mother, her own son or daughter is behaving rightly or wrongly, that mother is getting affected. Next door mother is not. So where is this trouble comes from? The attachment of each individual with others. That means, will you not do your duties? Will you not love everyone? Yes, you will love everyone. But our love is sticky love. We call sticky love. And it's conditional love. I love you. If you do this, then I love you. If you don't follow this, then I get into fight. And then a fight, too much, break. See, everywhere it is happening. Analyze, that is the fight of ego, fight of attachment. And conditional, but unconditional, his Ramakrishna is saying that will be unconditional. If we can really develop that love for God gradually, then people can love more. We are reading just now the Swami Akhandanandaji's life, no? He has been beaten because he is trying to serve the poor by the Tibetan lamas, no? And he escaped anyway by saved his life and then did his service work to the Tibetan poor people, or coming back to Rajasthan and later on to Murshidabad, serving the people who are in need, and they have no parents, orphan boys and girls, nobody to look after, and he took the responsibility. So that is another thing, unconditional. What you will get is not the point, what you can give. Swami Vivekananda, that's why said a very beautiful word. Take the position of a giver in the world. We are all beggars in the world. What you want? Give me, give me, give me. But you be the giver. Take the position of the giver in the world. And who can give unconditionally? Who has no intention, no expectation. Even expectation. I wish that you will be like this. You are you, myself and me. And you are born with your sanskaras or impressions or the love, karma. Huh? So you will behave one way, another person will behave another way. But I wish that you should be like that. Of course, in some ashrama, we sometimes have discipline. That's why we have to say, no, you will have to do like that. That's a different thing. But it should not be personal. It should not be personal. So Sri Ramakrishna says, so how it will happen? You love God, naturally all these characteristics will bloom in you. Then you can as much closeness to God, that much feeling of joy will come, and oneness feeling will come. Naturally the world will be different. First rub your hands with oil, Ramakrishna, and then break open the jackfruit. Otherwise, they will be smeared with its sticky milk. First secure the oil of divine love and set your hands to the duties of the world. What a beautiful word. First, secure the oil of the divine love. Generate some love for God. We love so many things of the world. Ramakrishna said, who is crying for God? People shed jar full of tears for material objects, well, mundane things. Who is crying for God? Whose tears are coming? Oh Lord, I want you, I have not seen you, I wish to be with you, help me, guide me, hold my hand, crying and weeping. And that today we heard, Swami Akhandananda was there, and Ramakrishna says, how to cry for God? And he said, he like a child, just become restless and fell down in the ground and crying, ma, 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 totally absorbed in that childlike, simple cry for mother. So that's an exceptional thing, how to pray with that earnestness. So if that comes, then life becomes meaningful. So it is said that secure the oil of divine. It is to be how to generate love for God, how to generate love for God. It will not happen only by one method. That's why Vedanta teaches us 4 methods. Jnana, Karma, Yoga, Bhakti take 4 methods. Do selfless work, pray to God, do japa meditation Guru has given you, and try to analyze everything. Achievement is what? For few days. Accomplishment is for how many days? You are a great famous person. Okay, today you become famous. What that? How many people become famous before you? How many people were rich in the world, billionaire? How many people were Nobel laureates? Who cares for them? Do you care? That means it should not be disrespectful, but the point is that the ultimate purpose of life, these achievements, accomplishments are momentary. So analyze that. Anything you get into the world, which you are cherishing from your early days of life, suppose you got it, then what will happen? It will not satisfy you. So it is a wrong idea to find accomplishment and perfection and purity in joy in the world. But we will have to work in the world. Yes, attain your all success. But know that this is not, it is a temporary goal. Ultimate goal is that absolute bliss, which is God realization. So love God, love God, love God. Ramakrishna is simple. He does not want to philosophize all these things. He says it must go. Therefore, what to do? First, secure the oil of divine love. Very important point. Love God, then everything will be straightened. All else will come around you. We do other way. I'll be honest, I'll be sincere, I'll not tell a lie, I'll not steal anyone. All these things we say. But if you love God, automatically you will not steal anyone's thing. Automatically your mind will be detached from the world. Automatically you will love unconditional. You water at the bottom of the, what you call in the root of the tree, all the leaves will get watered. You need not have to go to each water to leaf to give water. So love God and all will be served. Tasmin tuste jagat tustam. By your satisfaction, O Lord, the jagat, the entire world will be satisfied. Jagat tustam. Prinite, if you are happy, you are pleased. Prinitam jagat, the whole world will be happy. Your happiness will create happiness of all. That means God is the sum total of all individual souls, as Swami Vivekananda defined. Who is God? God is the sum total of the individual souls. Individual souls, here we are few. The whole world, so many 8 point some billion, and so many plants and creatures and animals and birds and whatever, fish and all the animals in the world. So many souls. God is the sum total of that. So if you water there, if you pray there, then that impact goes on everyone. So love God, but how to love God? Ramakrishna is saying the same principle. Love God does not mean that you will be irresponsible of your duties. Many people think that I am loving God, so I don't care for my wife, my son, my daughter, my mom, because I'm serving God. No, unless you are a monk, you have no duties, because you have no other opportunity, you are given up. But if you are in the world life, you will have duties, all the duties. Our whole Gita again and again suggests. Here also Ramakrishna says, first secure the oil of divine love and then set your hands to the duties of the world. Your duties of the world should go parallelly. Gita says, Mam Anusmara Yuddhacha. Anusmara means remember me. And fight. Fight means, Arjuna. Fight is the duty of Arjuna then. So you do your duty. You are a student. Do your student duty. You are a professor. Teach your teaching duty. You are a healthcare provider. You take care of the healthcare. You are an engineer. You do your engineering work. You are a mother. You take your motherly life. You are fatherly. Everyone has that duty. Do perfectly. You are a cook. Cook best cooking. You are a cleaning person. Clean perfectly. Do your duty and give it to God. Give it to God. Give it to God. So that will purify. So that is the duty you have to do. At the same time, then create love for God. But it is difficult, no? This solution seems good solution. Do your duty and love God. And how shall I love God? I have not seen God. I have not have any touch with God. Only people say God is there. So I also close my eyes and try to think God is there, but I don't feel anything. So how can I love God? Now, the path is being again given, Sri Ramakrishna. But one must go into the solitude in the divine love. You have to come to the temple. You sit for quiet meditation and prayer, or go into a solitude. Find some isolated place where there is lack of disturbances. That don't go away from ashram. This is a good place. Solitude means where no disturbances, no distractions, but there is an atmosphere for meditation and prayer. So Ramakrishna says, one must go. Because in the humdrum of life, everyday's situation, mind is so distracted, so disturbed. We try, but we are helpless, no? So therefore, go to a place where there is little silence, this atmosphere is good. Oje, we are reading yesterday. Mano anukule nachakshupidane shetasyatar Upanishad. Go to a place where is a beautiful atmosphere. It is not disturbing to your eyes. It's scorching to your eyes, but soothing to your feelings and emotions, so that then with that mind you can put in God. So solitude, solitude, solitude. Ramakrishna speaks of this importance of this going to solitude, which we nowadays think retreat. In this country, retreat is popular. Retreat means your daily life, busy with your everything, weekend, or at least Ramakrishna says, you can stay 1 month, leave. People go to Hawaii for fun. Devotees should go for some silent place to enjoy spirituality, no? So they go to retreat also. No? Devotees find some retreat place. You go to silence, do meditation, bhajan, and like a routine life set like that. So, that retreat, modern idea, to be away so that the distractions and the environment which is always dragging our mind to the regular things of life and not allowing my mind to go to God, that you can avoid. Change of place immediately does that impression. To get butter from the milk, you must let it set in curd in a secluded spot. If it is too much disturbed, milk won't turn into curd. Next, you must put aside all other duties. Sit in a quiet spot and churn the curd. Only then do you get the butter. Churning the curd, you set the milk to curd whole night, and when that is done, next morning, it is an early morning before sunrise, everything is very cool and calm, and then churn the curd, and the butter will come out, float on the water. So you cannot see when it is curd that there is butter. So you cannot see what is there in you. But when you churn your mind with God consciousness, then there will come up the butter. That butter is the butter of love. And Ramakrishna's example is very poetic example. When you churn it, what comes out of the buttermilk? The butter, which butter was not visible. The love for God was not visible. But when one really churns the mind in God consciousness, or repeating the mantra, or concentrating the focus in the Lord and His holy name, and really done that, and its churning is going on internally, automatically butter is growing little by little, little by little. Then good meditation takes one to think of God more. Good meditation pushes one to read some inspirational book. He does not want to disturb the mood that time if he's really got the benefit of it. So this is very suggestion that we have to do our sadhana, that is the point. Further, by meditating on God in solitude, the mind acquires knowledge, dispassion and devotion. That's it. That's the butter. Butter of bhakti comes, and butter of what? Knowledge, dispassion. Dispassion means detachment. Or you are talking about the whole suffering comes from attachment. So if you get that, then you will be detached. Detachment will come. By loving God, automatically detachment will come. You need not have to practice special methodology. 20 points to become detached, 30 points. Go to all the retreats, 1,000, 5,000, 10,000, how many points they can give and how many points you can do practice, no? But points is not the point. Simple thing is the loving God and focusing on God. One simple thing. We cannot take the simple idea what Ramakrishna gives. It is just like a child, simply try to pray. I have no love. Mahapurush Maharaj teaches us, Swami Shivananda. Say that to God. Oh Lord, I want to love you, but I have no heart. My heart is not that pure. I don't get the love. Please help me. Say that thing. What you want need to do? You have to go to do pranayama, and as I suggest, do austerity with the head down and leg up for 1 day or 1 month, or hands up for doing austerity, or dipping your body in the cold Ganga water for 1 month. These are austerities. Much simpler austerity is to think this way, that I cannot, I want to love you, O God. I want to meditate. I want, please help me so that I get more opportunity to be with you. It's a simple heart's prayer. That's why people cannot take it so easily. But if you quote it in a packet and make a $100 bill, then people will say, oh, it is valuable something. Sri Ramakrishna Gospel is available online. You need not have to pay any money. Just click it and you get it. And all these instructions are there. No one reads that. But people go to bestseller of today and that today, and this, that whole world they read. But not this message of the eternal truth which has been experienced and revalidated by Sri Ramakrishna. So very important point for our life. we can take as a devotee that going into solitude, trying to think for God, and try to pray. If I cannot, I know my weakness. Oh Lord, you know my weakness. I am insignificant child. Please help me. Please hold my hand. Guide me. Take me. If this sincere prayer with the tears in the eyes, then that will generate, Ramakrishna says, what will do? A dispassion. Automatic mind will be detached from momentary, temporary things of the world, and the knowledge of the truth will shine forth in the heart. But the very same mind goes downward. Now, we know. This does not need any example. We ourselves know. But this very mind, the very same mind, goes downward if it dwells in the world. In the world, there is only one thought, lust and gold. Yeah? He has really, Ramakrishna has coined this word, very important. The whole world you churn, and all the motivations behind this, what? Only some money, wealth, and some enjoyment. That's all. The two things guide the whole world. Right from a brute to even a holy man. Holy man is asking for what? Holy man asking that I will be thinking of God, I will get good joy, better joy. Better. But the crying need is joy and also achievement of peace. So, but the worldly achievement is the achievement of money and name and fame and power and position. All the political people, when they are forgetting their responsibilities and duties, doing something, it is for what? For making money and have power. So power, position. So the mind, if we keep, that's why we need to read newspaper, true. We need to know the news, what is going on around the world, no? But how long you will spend your time every day? Some people are there, 2-3 daily newspaper will come, New York Times or this Times and that, and when cover to cover they will read everything. Okay, that's good, nothing wrong. But what do you gain out of it? All the dirty things of the world. Truthful information or wrong information. And you gap them and you just churn in your mind. Your mind becomes polluted with those thoughts only. And if you read this gospel for 2 minutes and then churn that thought in your mind, what will happen? Your mind will be lifted. So Sri Ramakrishna says, if we can do that, then the knowledge, devotion, etc., we can be acquired by meditating upon God. But the very same mind, our same mind is the same. Same mind goes downward. It goes upward, goes downward. If it dwells in the world there is only thought of lust and gold. The world is water and the mind milk. If you pour milk into water, they become one. You cannot find the pure milk anymore. But turn the milk into curd and churn it into butter. Then when that butter is placed on the water, it will float. So, practice spiritual discipline in solitude and obtain the butter of knowledge and love. Even if you keep that butter in the water of the world, the two will not mix, the butter will float. After that love, if you generate that love by meditation, by going to solitude, by prayer, by that, what will happen? That love will not go away. It will be transformed into butter. And that butter will float in the water of the world. So, this is a very grand suggestion to how to make our life spiritual. Very, very, very simplistic way. The formula to go to seclusion, churn the curd in the mind, water will be separated and the churning will make the curd. Butter will float unmixed with the water. The world will remain. The sadhaka will also remain in the world. But they are not getting intermixed. It will be separated. Ajay, Vedanta says, you are the witness. Everything is the object of witness. You are not that, you are not that. That knowledge, see, by practicing this simple path, you are the witness. You are not attached to the world. Witness means what? The butter is floating in the water. It is not water. It will never mix it. So separate out, churning the mind with a pure thought and repetition of the Lord's name and prayer and all this. It will make a special personality will generate in the heart. Together with this, you must practice discrimination, as a discernment. Lust and gold is impermanent. Think about that every day. God is the only eternal substance. What does a man get with money? Food, clothes, and dwelling places, nothing more. You cannot realize God with itself. Therefore, money can never be the goal of life. That is the process of discrimination. Do you understand? So what is discrimination? Every day we have to think what money can give. We remember that story, that one of our great Swami, so he was, before joining to be a monk, he was doing some job in some company, in the accounts department or something like that. So his mind was always thinking that this is not enough. I got this good money, it is going on well, but this is my goal. So one day he was sitting on the bank of not on the beach, Mumbai beach, and he was seeing the ramblings of the ocean water coming and waves and falling. And there his mind thought that, what is life? What is the purpose of life? What shall I do with this money? I want to be a big guy. Okay. So what? Suppose you get the good promotion and they give you a big rise of money and position. Will you be happy? He was thinking in himself, that's the discrimination. I'll be happy with that. His mind responded, no. Okay, you will be the CEO of this company. You cannot be, but think that you are CEO. Will you be happy? Mind says no. Suppose you want to be a big name, person of big name and fame. Say you will be a senator. Will you be happy? Yeah, so many senators. Every year, after one election goes another election, another. It is not the ultimate goal. It cannot be. I cannot be happy. Okay, you be the president of the whole country. That's good. But that also is not fully satisfying. So much anxieties, worries and tension, and also so much other things are involved. So he rejected everything, analyzed one by one, what the world can give. Imagining that I am like that, will I be happy? Will I be happy? Will I be happy? And then ultimately he felt, no, nothing can satisfy me until and unless we realize something else which is eternal and permanent. And that day he took the decision, resignation, and joined them order. So this is called dispassion. Of course he has realized God afterwards. That time, first beginning stage of realization is analysis. You analyze whether if it is attraction for the world and you can get satisfaction, why God? Normally God is needed when? When this world cannot give us peace, then we look at something else. No? The heyday, who wants God? Heyday, party, dancing, singing, they're very happy. God is not needed. But the day is needed when some of my friend falls sick, I fell down and broke my arm. Oh Lord, why? Yeah? Oh Lord, why this is happening? So when some calamities or difficulties come, then we fall upon God and it's called why? So this is the beginning stage to awaken that knowledge. Yeah, the questioning is very, that dukkhotrayo vighatat jigyasa. Jigyasa means questioning. Questioning is very important in spiritual life. The beginning, the doorway to enter into the realm. Question, why am I here? Why am I earning money? Why am I studying this? Why am I doing this singing, dancing, drinking? Or I am doing noble work, I am doing charity. Why?
Even after becoming sadhu, you have to keep asking, why I became sadhu?
Yeah, that is good thing to understand why I have become a sadhu. What is the purpose? Why you have become? If everyone reminds every day, it will be a good sadhu. Every day everyone says, I am a bhakta. Why am I bhakta? Why not I go with other friends who are very happy with the mundane things of the world? A question. When that question comes, you are really developing. This internal question is very important sign of spiritual growth. And otherwise what people live a life of just easygoing life, no? Okay, every day, 365 days we get up and do something and do like a machine. Everyone goes, gets up in the morning and then runs for the office with a cup of coffee in the car, sipping, there is no time, and finish your breakfast on the drive. So you are doing, why are you doing so much? After whole day tired, you come and you relax and sit from some time before the TV and see and doze off and then eat something and go to bed. This. Another day starts, another day goes on. This cycle. Why? Why this? And why we are so much entangled into it? So this is the question. Questioning is always good. It is said that, and questioning comes from dukkhotrayo. Dukkhotrayo means adi doivik, adi bhautik, adi adhyatmik. So trouble comes adhyatmik. I am in trouble, adhyatmik. Adi bhautik, I am in trouble because of some dog. That dog jumped upon me and I fell down on the sidewalk. I bruised and cut. So I didn't do anything, I was standing there. But my karma brought it though. So adi bhautik. Adi doivik, no one does anything. You go to Bangladesh, you get some place, huge amount of water flushing and sweeping away the houses and this and that. Even in Bengal, some places it is happening. So, or fire, destroying houses. And so this is the suffering, cause of suffering. Whenever any of these three suffering, dukkhotrayo, we are again being buffeted or we are being bounded by these sufferings, then question comes, why me? Why is God? God is so kind, why it is happening? That is the starting point. Together with this, you must practice this discrimination. Everything is impermanent, God is the eternal substance. What does the man get? With money. That's why Ramakrishna took a coin in one hand and a clay in the another hand and analyzed. Mati, taka, clay is money. Money is clay. Clay is money. Money is clay. Meaning what? Clay means land. You have a huge amount of land. It does not give you God realization. Money is important in life, but money cannot give you realization. So, this and these are all useless. Land and wealth are not necessary or useful for a God realization. That's why all the sadhus, where is their land? Possess no land. Today they are at one spot and they lie down under a tree, that's all. Sky thy roof, grass thy bed. So he does not possess any land and no money. No, the wandering Swamis, Normally they have no money, but nowadays you may have because devotees give that. But many have no money. So that is the understanding that must practice this discrimination. I recently read a Sanskrit play, and that name is Prabodha Chandrodaya. It deals with discrimination. Master, yes, discrimination about objects. Consider what is there in money or in a beautiful body. Discriminate and you will find that even the body of a beautiful woman consists of bones, flesh, fat and other disagreeable things. Why should a man give up God and direct his attention to such things? Why should a man forget God for their sake? All the same thing for the women, for the man, the same. So analysis means what we love, not the exterior, but the love is God is within, that's why we love. So if people forget that and don't discriminate, then there is money is money, beauty is beauty, but beauty does not stay forever. Another important point is how much beautiful, how many, what is the name of this beauty world? Huh? Miss Universe. Miss Universe. And every year Miss Universe, no? So what happens to the Miss Universe was 50 years before? She is Miss Universe now. She was Miss Universe. And people don't look at her anymore. New Miss Universes. People are looking at another. So the point is that here Ramakrishna is giving the idea, it is not for the women only, but for the men also. Say, take it equally. So a beautiful person, he is not beautiful after few years. A beautiful bouquet of flower is not a beautiful flower or bouquet of flower tomorrow. After tomorrow it is little withered, and third day, fourth day, 10 days afterwards, it's thrown away. Why? It's a beautiful flower. Why are you throwing away? So that is the nature analysis, that is the discrimination. And if that is done, then you will love everything but not be attached. Purpose of this type of analysis is that you love, but you will know you loved something else in the flower. And that is the beauty. God is beauty. And God is reflecting in every places. As you see, in morning time you walk, before sunrise, you see the trees and plants one way. And as the sun's fast rays touch the leaves, and see how the leaves become shining. No? You say, oh wow, what a beauty, what a beauty. It is not a beauty of its own. It is a reflected beauty. Tasya bhasha. He shining, everything shines. So that idea will come. It is not the beauty of the bird. See, so many beautiful birds, their color, their features, no? They're so beautiful design, no? And their sweet melody and all this. How wonderful. Is it only the bird or something else behind? So that is the point we don't understand. That beauty God is beauty. That's why everything is beautiful. That in degree, less or more manifestation. But everything is changeable. So this is understanding the discrimination. You will find that even the body consists of bones, flesh, etc., etc. Why should one give up God, direct his attention to such things? Because we are not trained to think and analyze the things, objects of the world that way. That's why our mind goes. This page 82, here is a footnote, is given here. It's very important for every woman to read it again and again. Because in this book, the translation has been given lust and greed instead, kama kanchana, kamini kanchana. So that explanation is given. It is pointed out by this word, not women, but it is the attachment. It is not the men, it is the attachment. So to be discriminating and go to the root cause, God within, That is the purpose. Therefore, when it is said, women is like that, because then men folks are sitting over there. So Ramakrishna, to create some impact in their mind, talks about that. And I have heard and read on other places, then when she's talking among the women, they say about the men, be careful. That they are, Holy Mother even said, even Narayana comes, Lord Narayana. Lord Narayana comes in the form of a male. Don't touch even with your feet. See how strong word. But those are not printed very much here and there. That's why it becomes little controversial. Anyhow, Master, yes, certainly, living in solitude now and then, repeating God's name and singing His glories, and discriminating between the real and the unreal. These are the means to employ. These are the means to employ to see Him. This is the employ. This is the means to go in devotion. That is the means in growing, seeing God. So, we got the clue that living in solitude, one point, repeating the God's name and singing the glories, japa meditation, and analysis, Vedanta, that everything is momentary, everything is changeful. We cannot love, that is changing, but there is something behind the change, that is the real. So that type of analysis, that means 24 hours, if life is centered around this type of thinking, then naturally clarity will come and inner light will go and the love for God will come. Love for God is very natural for all of us. But it is not expressed, or we cannot express that because our mind is still distracted in many things. When these distractions will go, the mind will come back. Ramakrishna said, when the child is playing with the toys, the mother is engaged in her own business. But when the child is done with the toys and throws away and start crying, then mom cannot stay away. Mom has to run. So God, Lord, rushes and appears in the heart of the sadhaka when real cry. That's why Master is now the question, Master, under what condition does one see God? What is the condition? You grow devotion. Devotion will take us. No, not only devotion, but cry to the Lord with an intensely yearning heart, and we will certainly see Him. Baba. We don't sometimes believe it, because we are there doing japa for so many years, and no vision, no experience, then what is going on? But Ramakrishna says cry, because there is no cry. There is no intense yearning. Cry to the Lord with an intensely yearning heart, and we will certainly see Him. People shed a whole jug of tears for wife and children. They swim in tears for money. But who is for God? Cry to Him with the real cry. Cry to your mother Shama with a real cry, O mind, and how can she hold herself from you? How can Shama stay away? How can your mother Kali hold herself away? O mind, if you are in earnest, bring her an offering of bell leaves and hibiscus flowers, lay at her feet your offering, and with it mingle the fragment, sandal paste of love. ডাক দেখি মন ডাকার মতো কেমন শ্যামা থাকতে পারে, ডাক দেখি মন ডাকার মতো কি কেমন শ্যামা থাকতে পারে, কেমন কালী থাকতে পারে. Anyhow, that is this Thakur started singing like that, no? Creating that mood there. So, not only praying with earnestness, like a child cries for getting something from mom, like anyone, jobless person searches for a job, just a person who is severely affected by disease wants to get cure of the disease. So similarly, who can cry for God. Continuing, Sri Ramakrishna said, longing is like the rosy dawn. When you get that yearning for God, you know you are moving towards God. It's your great spiritual awakening is coming soon. Longing is like the rosy dawn. After the dawn, out comes the sun. Longing is followed by the vision of God. God reveals himself to a devotee who feels drawn to him by combined force of these three attractions. Attractions of the worldly position, for the worldly man, the child's attraction for its mother, and the husband's attraction for the chaste wife. If one feels drawn to him by the combined forces of these three attractions, then through it one can attain him. Tin tan actually, it is tan means the attraction. If these three attractions become one, Ramakrishna gave example also, that a man came to Guru and asked, when shall I realize God? And Guru took the disciple and put him under the water and pushed him under the water. And for a long time, then he is panting for breath. Then he pulls out. They say, what happened? How do you feel? I was going to die. It was shortage of breath. And when you will be crying for God like that, then you will got realization. So these we hear again and again to get inspiration. But this is a very purer state of mind. So to get out of the little attractions of the world, to first drawn into the divine attraction of the Lord inside, that is the way to reach him. Okay? So we end here. You have some questions you are saying. But also Ramakrishna gives this very beautiful idea that when you have little bit of that yearning comes, earnestness comes, as if I am missing something, that feeling comes. You know, that's the blessed moment. And then you are closer to God realization. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat Sri Ramakrishna Panam Astu. Tomorrow is whose class? Vedanta. Okay. So tomorrow is Patanjali's Yoga Sutra by Mahendranath Swami at 7:30. And today it has started already. Jai Sri Durga chanting. Start today and finish up to 12th, 2 to 12. That is our this Navaratri days. 9 days we do it, 10 days or 11 days, including both. So commit every day that you do how much? Oh, we have forgotten to give the sheet here. It will be there. You can sign any time you come. It will be here. So that you put your name and how much you pledge for. And then at the end we will count them. Then they know that we have done together how many times God's name. Acha, question. As householders or students, we don't spend as much time doing spiritual practice like japa or meditation. So how does performing one's swadharma leads us to God and bhakti? Yes, that is a good thing that as a householder, one should not be responsible to do the duties. But the do the duties does not mean we can forget and do the duties. We can do the duties and think for whom I am doing. Only one question. I am doing for my son, my daughter, my mom, my dad, or for God in my son, God in my daughter, God in my family members, or in my office boss, God in them. So it is all service. If this, then householder's life Your karma, when you do, you don't have to think of God then. Rather do the karma best, a perfected way. Karma should be done, all karma kushala. And kushalata means, what is called the perfect work. Perfect work, it should be so accurate, precise. That is the karma. Karma time, you cannot say, I was thinking, oh God, that's my cooking vessel gets burned. No, your cooking vessel will not burn. Forget God then. You do cooking, put your whole mind in cooking, because you're cooking for God. Think, how can it be? It should be most perfect, because I'm preparing for God. So, student life, you are studying. Study deeply. Forget God that time. Before you sit for your study, pray to God, I am going to study. It is your job. As a student, you have given it to me. So, I am doing this. And then concentrate in the study. At the end again, you say, oh Lord, I studied and I offer it to you. So, as a student life or as a householder life, so much time is given, and that time is also spiritual. We make it distinction, it is non-spiritual, this is spiritual. Spiritual when in the shrine, that is spiritual. When I do japa in the sitting posture, that is spiritual. And when I am driving, that is not spiritual. I am cleaning the floor, that is not spiritual. It is spiritual, because I am doing for whom? Everywhere to put this concept, then every work can become spiritual. So, we should perform our sadharma, our own ordained duties, and at the same time can be a bhakta. We can generate love for God, because I am done for you, O Lord. So if I do it for you, then you will be pleased. And thinking of you, I am doing for you, my mind will be purified. So, another question is asking Ma for help to perform one's duty and responsibility to family or community by getting on education to stand on one's feet and asking for bhakti at the same time a bad desire and hypocrisy? No, why? Any mother is asking to help perform one's own duty and responsibility to a family. Yes, a son should serve and help the family. Of course he should, as much as one can. Or the community, for getting an education to stand on one's feet. Yeah, that is not contradictory. Therefore you ask someone to be educated, to perform one's own duty, that will not contradict bhakti sadhana, because it should go side by side. Look at the Ramakrishna mission Swamis. In India, if you go, here you don't see much activity of the sadhus, but they are so much busy with some tremendous activity of the running schools, colleges, hospitals, and flood relief, fire relief, and all this huge activity. So how they are becoming spiritual by day and night working as a secular world. Others are running school, college, hospital. How many school, college, hospital is there in India? How many belongs to Ramakrishna mission? But it's the same teachers of the school, a monk or a headmaster or an assistant headmaster or principal, vice principal. If they doing their duties the same way, same study, same physics, chemistry, math, same subject teaching them, same hostel superintendent doing the work of hostel superintendent. If sadhus can realize God, why not the other hostel superintendents, not the other? It's only the attitude. Work is the same. Only we have to bring that attitude, and that will generate bhakti, jnana, everything is possible. Spiritual glutton. It's a beautiful name of a person. Out of 5 traditional bhavas of bhakti, which one is followed in the Ramakrishna tradition? Our is Shanta. Normally, 5 traditional bhavas are there. You love God in 5 ways. Shanta, Dasya. Dasya means the attitude of master and the disciple. Servant. Hanumanji and Rama. Santa Dasya. Sakha. Well, God is my friend, like Arjuna and Uddhava and Krishna, like that. Sri Rama. Sudama and Krishna. So, like a friend, God is my friend, who will be always with me in my happiness, in my misery, in my suffering, in my... So, and Vatsalya, like a mother, Jashoda, looking after the baby, Krishna. Like Kaushalya, looking after Rama, like that. And then Vatsalya, Madhura. Madhura Bhava is the husband-wife spirit, but in seeing God in each other, mother in each other, anyhow. So, but our Ramakrishna orders attitude is these two, mostly. Shanta is the general. Shanta means seeing God everywhere, equally. And no special fascination for this and that. And Dasya also, Ramakrishna or God is our Lord, and I am a servant of you. Whole life I am serving you, O Lord. Take my service, make my pure heart, make my heart pure. So that's why, and our tradition, Ramakrishna tradition, Shanta and Dasya, these are the two major ideas taken. Another question, chanting Joy Sri Durga and chanting Sri Sri Ma Sarada name is same. Yes, it is same, but we are only this special time, so we are Mother Durga's time, that's why we are saying Mother Durga. But if you are comfortable, you can do that, same, because they are only the same mother. Belur stories are there. The puja is going on, and the pujari has come, and then he said that go and offer this coin at the feet of the mother and ask, Mother, are you happy with our puja, worship? And the worshipper was confused, because two mothers, one is the Mother Durga, who is worshipped in the clay image, and another is Ma Sarada, sitting there in the monastery, Belur Math monastery, to watch the mother's puja. She has come and blessed the Belur monastery. And then she asked, which mother? Then Swamiji scolded, Swami Sarvadevananda scolded, you fool, you do not know? Your mother is the living mother. We are worshipping her in the form of, in the image, Mother Durga form. So Ma Sarada, Ma Durga, they are same normally, but this is the special time that we remembered, because there is no difference. And special appearance of Mother Durga, that's why we say Durga, but you can do that. Yesterday you said, do 1 lakh Ma Durga Japa. Can I do approximately 10,000 a day rather than keep counting, as I find counting distracting? That you do whatever way. God does not look exactly whether we have done 100,000, but we should try our best, otherwise mind will relax. And doing 10,000, doing 5,000 days, I have done 10,000 today. So to catch the mind in that right, that's why we say that you should do some counting. But you can measure. I have given the idea. You can measure your time. Say one day you sit and do half an hour and see how many times you have counted. Okay? Now you know, in half an hour you have done so much. So in 1 hour you will do that much. So other time you need not have to count or do, but continuously be aware that you are taking the name of Mother. So it will happen. So
After that 2 hours you sleep, 1.5 hours you sleep.
then it is not counted. We will have to know that I slept that time. that is not my counting time. And mostly if you feel that you have done, now the people take on you what is called the tally, count. Or you see just time calculation. But those who want to really do rigidly, they should count then. But ours is bhakti. Mainly bhakti, but don't be deluded by mind telling that I have done 10,000, not doing that. So catch it. And then, so I have not done, I'll have to do now. Do extra. Rather do extra, don't do less. Another, when the mind feels a bit happy at small achievements, how can we bring it back to the mode of surrender? It's very simple. When, suppose you've done something, our cooks in our kitchen, no? So, when someone cooks something, you say, oh, what a good meal today. We relished it, we checked it, happy. When we say like that, what can be done? Yes, your ego will be puffed up a little bit. I am praised. Because we all want praise, and if your praise comes, I feel good. There's nothing wrong. But I can transfer that internally. Oh Lord, they are praising you. You give me a mind today, concentrated, I did it better. That's why people are happy. So it is glory to you, not to me. This can be internalized, our reaction. Reaction can be internalized. Praise may be there. Why not? Let them praise. And if we internalize that way, praise can be transferred to him. And blame comes, that can be transferred. Oh Lord, you should give me more attention so that I don't give twice the salt in my cooking.
Like the praises are coming, and if instead of doing that, oh Lord, in that way, that's in the secular way. If you just say, oh, they are praising me, means more assignments are on the way.
Yeah. Anyhow, not to be reactive with the praise and blame. The praise, yes, naturally, is good, and one should praise because it is good work and should be praised. But we should not expect that. And even if it comes to us, we can just transfer it. Nowadays, bank transfer is easy on your phone, no? Just click. Zelle. Just click the figure and click. In a few seconds, money goes to the other account. So we can do the transfer of account mentally. It goes in a split second. Only to transfer the praise to God. Normally, don't transfer the wrong findings of others. Then try that, okay, I may have done something wrong. Oh Lord, help me to be more perfect. Another question, how does a householder learn to discern circumstantial temptations that may pose an essential duty? Where and when do we draw the line? It is one's question, you understand? How does a householder learn to discern circumstantial temptations that may pose an essential duty? In your duty, if you are someone, your boss says, hey, sign this wrong thing for me and I'll give you a promotion. No? Should you take it or should you not? That is very difficult. We say no, but if it is so, boss gets so much angry to get you out of your job, then what will you do? And it happens in the research work. One devotee was here. She used to work research in the postdoc in UCLA, and they for medical purpose, medicine is coming out. The test result, it is what the real perfect result has been submitted. He says, no, this will not do. You have to change this result and give me within tomorrow. And that the experiment takes 1 month. You cannot do it one day. Now you will have to give it till tomorrow. Then he said, I cannot give. But no, then his job is gone. So in that condition, what will you do? These are very critical questions. But I think that we should be honest as much as we can. And circumstantial temptations, that is the temptation. If you do, then I will raise your money. If you don't do, fire, hire and fire. So in that condition, what will you do? How to save yourself? You have to decide that. And where to draw the line, it is you to decide how much you can do, how much you can not. So it is, these are real problem of life. Okay? Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. So tomorrow, Swami Medhananda.